Alpine the same way they did in Copenhagen. CJ, what are the keys to victory today for Gentlemates, do you think? They've done so well this whole season. I think already exceeded expectations for many of us, but now we want to see more.
Yeah, I'd love to see some, well, perhaps some more exciting gameplay. I know my grandmother shout-outs yesterday with Gentlemates just hanging on to those 1-0 games. I don't know if you can do that against Oxygen. We talked about the firepower, you know, even on Friday. How many goals was it? 36 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
These guys have all the offense in the world. As Archie said, he's just a tap-in specialist now. You got Joyo setting him up. So I'm expecting a different Gentlemates against this offense. But right now they're overcommitting and... Wow, this defense is in trouble early. You can see the fakes coming through. Oxygen and that offense.
Well, you know, I would say this is the best defense that Oxygen have played all weekend. Gentlemates definitely a level above, but no problem so far. I mean, Vitality, they laid the blueprint earlier on in the tournament, taking care of Gentlemates pretty easily in Swiss. Oxygen are just continuing with their incredible momentum they built up all weekend long. If they can keep this going, I mean, they'll feel like they should have won the last time these two teams played. And after their weekend that they've had so far, they're going to be even more confident.
Yeah, Gentlemates looking like a little bit of a rabble early on in defense, but that is a credit to Oxygen. Started on like a house on fire. It looks like they're in the first week of the qualifiers. The way they're just showing no respect to this defense at all, throwing themselves at the ball. And just look at the positioning they've got right now. And Archie waiting for the touch. They're pushing forward. They're double committing. They might get caught out. But Joyo with the confidence third man keeps it in.
Yeah, that's the Joyo that we've become used to seeing over the past season and a half or so when Vatira left him and then when Rise left him, he needed to become more of a well-rounded player. And now that he is a more well-rounded player, he is able to, you know, most of the time handle those third man plays without too much difficulty. That being said, it was Joyo missing as third man that allowed Gentlemates to take the goal lead in Game 7 the last time these two teams played. So I'm not worried about him right now, but oh, maybe down the stretch. Oh, what a shot by Itachi. That just snuck past everybody.
Absolutely ripped it. No one was expecting it. Archie's on the back Joyo's front post. Get someone back post because it's exposed. And Itachi's found it. Precision 101. That is, well, that's one way to get yourself into the game.
Oh, what a shot. I mean, like you said, everybody was back. Nobody thought the shot was going to be that perfect. Now Seiko trying to make it two with a dunk. Joyo's not going to give it to him. Oxygen responding to Gentlemates with more offensive pressure of their own. They're trying to get the ball middle with a double tap. Gentlemates seem like they've woken up now. I feel like maybe that initial burst of speed from Oxygen caught them a bit flat. Now they've upped the pace, started to contest Oxygen a bit more early.
Yeah, it's much better from Gentlemates. Sometimes you can just take one goal to get yourself going here in these sort of matchups. Oxygen striking first, but Gentlemates warming up. They have double committed here, though. Oh, wow. Wide open. Look at this. They're both in the corner. What are they doing? Archie gets it. He might just be the tap-in specialist. That's as easy as it gets.
I mean, yeah, that is crazy to see. Juicy and Seiko both heavy committing to that play. And, you know, sometimes double commits are fine in defense because you can both recover quickly, get back into the middle. Neither of those plays had fast recoveries planned. Those were all in challenges. Bizarre, honestly, to see that from Gentlemates, who, for the most part, are very good at defending that back corner area.
We spoke about Archie's tap-ins in the pre-show. Well, I didn't. I think I broke the world least amount of words spoken on a pre-show. It's great to see him, as you said, enjoying Rocket League. He's probably renowned for not playing as much Rocket League as some other professionals, but with this new team, hang on a minute. What has happened here? Seiko, length of the field. Archie's behind. Joyo jumps. Oski doesn't get the touch.
Oh, Oski thought Archie had it. He didn't jump. I mean, that was an easy save for Oski. He could have put that like clear with no problems. But he must have had a late call there from his teammate, or, you know, a confident call from his teammate that they had it covered, which they didn't. And he didn't position himself close enough to the goal line to actually react to the miss.
Goodness me, the defense, well, Oxygen haven't had to play too much defense throughout the weekend, but you just saw a bit of miscommunication. They got caught out, but credit to Seiko. That's another just chance out of nowhere for Gentlemates. Here we go again, ceiling touch, fakes the shot, goes slow, just walks it through Oski, and Gentlemates get the lead.
Weight room, Seiko just forces it straight through Joyo. That 50 barely moved him. He just shrugged off Joyo's challenge. and then walk the ball into the bottom corner. I mean, you wanted to see entertaining gameplay from this Gentlemates roster, CJ. Does that 50-50 entertain you?
Gee whiz, I mean, okay, I'll say it. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy some brute force, no-nonsense Rocket League. Very much so. Gentlemates, what a response here. They look like they were, well, a bit of a rabble, as I said, in game number, the start of this game number 1 here, but they found something. Themselves back in form. Nice little delayed flip there. Joyo with boost, takes it up. Wave dash off the ceiling now. Demo's coming through as well. He just needs to pass the one more. Oski, go! Go with the ball!
Oh!
It's open! He can't get it to go. Archie with the dunk again. Oxygen made it look difficult, but they find the equaliser.
Oh, it's honestly brilliant from Archie at the end of this. Goal by scramble. He just slowly 50s it through the pre-jumping defender. I mean, he can see the defender flipping, so there's a committed play that he can react to. Good control to tie the game again. It's been the toughest game Oxygen have faced this entire qualifier long. They completely crushed their quarterfinal yesterday. They steamrolled the Swiss. Unsurprisingly, though, it's Gentlemates who are providing the most resistance.
Yeah, this is certainly a game 1 of all time. There's some goals that are pretty rare. You don't see these too often. Oski has to clear that one. Does well. Juicy waiting around. Archie again, just playing that first man role. Joyo pounces. Touchy, all he can do is get it to the side of Seiko. Takes it up now. Upstairs, waits for the touch. Joyo commits. Juicy's in again. Gentlemates try to push forward. Oski, though, the positioning's too good. He's going to run it downfield with 30 seconds left. Oxygen might just be able to get the last attack.
Oh!
And the shot was exceptional for Archie.
Yeah, nice slot by Archie as Oski 50s it back to him, continues forward to demo the goalkeeper. But there was more work to be done. That is a very good shot from Archie to slot that one from a tight angle and over the top of a goalkeeper. 4-3, Oxygen back in front in a game that keeps on swinging one way then the other.
Goals are starting to look like APAC. The way this is lack of defense is happening, but the demos, as we said, opening it up for Oxygen. 15 seconds. Gentlemates have to go now. Juicy takes it up with a reset, flicks it over the top. No one home for Gentlemates. They got to go now. Seiko's been beat though. 5 seconds on the clock. Oxygen looking to just lock down game number 1. Need this ball.
No.
Just get another goal. Just get one more, Archie. He's got himself 4 in game number 1 here of the semi-final, and Oxygen will take it.
Yeah, very nice there by Archie. It's Archie with very little time left on the clock, trying to dribble it out of defense. Archie says none of that. I'm just going to hit the ball if that's okay with you. And, oh, by the way, it's in your net for 5-3. That's a chaotic game 1. And it's Oxygen who come out on top. And, you know, thinking about strength to strength with this new Joyo edition, can they keep it going?
It's interesting, isn't it? We got the top of the Swiss stage, top seed coming out against, well, the top for the one now. It is the team that's more in form at the moment. Oxygen, the new kids on the block, at least the new team on the block, are performing, but Juicy wants to say otherwise. 50's come through very awkward again. We talk about it being messy for Oxygen. Started off here. The defense isn't too clinical right now, but they're getting to work. They're making it work for now. Oh, double commit again out of defense, but just get it to the side. Seiko ceiling. Delays the must. He goes low. They go on the brute force approach again. He just wants to walk this ball through. Oski says, oh no, I've got flashbacks. As Oxygen finally get it out.
Yeah, he was thinking with some evil intentions there, Seiko, popping the ball softly and trying to get in front of it to bump the goalie out of the way. And, you know, he's had some success with that kind of idea already in this series. That's a good touch in defense by Juicy. Controlling the ball in front of his own net, not centering it to the opponents. Gentlemates are trying to slow down the pace of the game here, CJ. We've had Seiko on the ball previously slowing it down. Now his teammates doing similar things. And is that a counter strat, do you think? Oh, the ball's off the crossbar. I mean, Oxygen are only in one mind, and that is accelerate, get this ball moving, let's play as volatile as possible. Gentlemates are trying to nullify that, it would seem.
Yeah, they're catching Gentlemates out in transition here with just these huge touches. Archie had to come up enormous there in defense. He's done well, found a bump as well. Oski just going to take the short. Those kind of touches, just catching out of Tachi. They're just creeping up a little high here, Gentlemates. And you just feel like Oxygen are more ready for these clears. Archie, no boost, still finds a bump. Again, it's so scrappy from Oxygen, but yeah, it really seems to be working against this lineup.
You know, credit to them for reacting to these chaotic situations seemingly more quick than Gentlemates can, as Gentlemates continue to struggle to get a read on Oxygen. This is a good chance for Gentlemates to get something done, though. It's actually from close range, straight at the goalie. Juicy's coming in. He doesn't have a lot of boost to get power on the shot, though. And even though multiple Oxygen players have jumped, they're all going to be recovering before the next play comes in.
Even that clear, though, is so smart from Oxygen. They're just putting in spaces that Gentlemates aren't setting up for. They're trying to read their clears out of defense, Gentlemates, but Oxygen one step ahead, and here we go. Archie, what's he got? He's going to try and find Oski back post, but couldn't quite get the power. Oski stealing the 100 boost, able to keep that ball in. Not for long. It's actually a huge dunk. You got to get it to the side. Let's not own goal that. Daniel, I'm talking to you. Get that one. It's Juicy. Keeping the ball in for Gentlemates. Joy has to come up again. There we go. Gentlemates able to set up, but again, they're just not able to keep it in. They have to track back, sitting, just creeping a little bit in attack.
Man, I know that 90% of us watching would have own goaled that. I would have probably manifested an own goal. Hold on, that's a goal. Seiko 50s it in. And that one really did come out of nowhere. Oxygen were probably feeling pretty good here. 2 at the back, but Archie's gone the wrong side of the ball there. Just kind of showed the dunk to Seiko. And that's not something you can afford to do against a guy who loves to 50 it. Well, I mean, we're talking about weight room Seiko from game 1 there. 1-0 Gentlemates.
Yeah, defensive 50s 101. Johnny it's to go to the side, and you saw there Archie. He tried to cut back in behind Seiko there, and Seiko just read it exactly. The fast transition. Joy just slicing the dice. Oh. Hang on a minute. Tachi is able to deal with that pretty handedly. Oski does have Joyo waiting. He has committed. Seiko's looking like that player on the pitch right now. He's not feeling it. Double commit comes out. Open net. There you go. No boost. And that is so smart going high instead of shooting that first one.
Yeah, really nice backboard hit there by Juicy. 2 goalkeepers, no backboard coverage. So he just makes sure to get that one high, flat into the crossbar. Easy finish, but he didn't hit it too high to then slow down the play. Really, he made it close enough that Oxygen are thinking, well, we better jump now. We can't let that hit the backboard, but both missed it. 2-0, and it's going to be 3. It's actually with the reset straight off the kickoff. He waited until point-blank range and pulled the trigger.
This is worrying now for Oxygen because they're feeling themselves right now. Gentlemates, how clean was it? Off the ceiling, beats one, instant reset over the last man. 3 goals to the good. A brace for Seiko. Itachi getting his first there. And this could be game 2 under wraps.
It really could. From here, I think if there's one team who can cross the line, it would be Gentlemates, as they frustrate so many teams with those 1-goal leads we love to talk about. Well, what can Oxygen conjure up here at this point? Is this already the part of the game where you just throw caution to the wind? We're not even in the final minute, but versus Gentlemates, I think you need to make that jump to risky play just that little bit earlier.
Yeah, you've got to go now. Gentlemates fully entering Scrabble mode. You've got to try and make something work. Push downfield, get something to work, but Juicy, he wants more. Oski will find a bit of space for 50 seconds, and it's now or never. They need 3, they need to go, but gee whiz, this Gentlemates defense is pretty strong. They're able to lock this one out, 45 seconds, and they're just working it down. Killer time off the clock. This is a fantastic response from this team. Even the demos, curing this counter-attack isn't as strong as it could be.
It just shows the not just the confidence, but also the experience of Gentlemates. That they're, so disorganized in game 1, especially for themselves. So that's a great pass. Surely, yes, it is going to be a finish for Oski. All off the pass from Archie here. We're not done yet. I was about to, credit Gentlemates for ironing out those defensive mistakes, but not much the defense could do there as Archie slams the bar and brings Oski into the play.
Yeah, Oski just found himself in front of net, and he was the tap-in specialist for that one. 25 seconds. How's the kickoff? That's not what they wanted. Almost. Hang on a minute. Counter-attack. Seiko has been that midfield player to just cut rotation and be a nuisance for Oxygen. 13 seconds. There might be one more if they can't read this. Itachi throws himself forward. Gentlemates with the perfect response. You might ask yourselves, do you call the timeout now? If you are Oxygen, pretty dominant game 2.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they're probably going to hold on to that. This team, they've not
get that first goal. They'll have Gentlemates where they want them. They have to play attacking then, and that is the style that Oxygen want to play.
Yeah, it's all about the 50 game against Gentlemates. Like you mentioned, it's about playing a safe 50 game, really. Not taking those risks. Because players like Seiko, they are going to hit the ball dead center every time. They're not going to try and hit the ball past you if you're in front of them. They're just going to hit it through you. I think that's something Oxygen have to be aware of at this point. I mean, they would have known that before the start of the day. Again, Seiko just continues to get so much done with very little boost in the position, very little momentum in the position. Joyo brings Oski in a little bit more boost at his disposal.
Just love this Joyo and Oski combo. That has been produced here as Archie. He's playing that third man. Just able to finish off whatever damage is done up front. Gentlemates, though, looking very good after that game number 2.
Oh, what, 50?
He's in a little bit of trouble. He's just going to pop it up. He was worried about the dunk coming through. Oski just blasts the backboard, so Seiko can't reach it. And there's that man there. Mr. Tap in, getting the first.
And it's backboard play again. This time, Oski spots the gap on the backboard. That wasn't a completely open backboard like it was for Gentlemates in the last game. He managed to find the area behind the defender who was in the backboard, so there was no response possible. And Archie slots yet another goal. I think that's his 5th goal of the series so far. He is definitely eating well in the offensive half of the pitch.
And he's been doing the shooting packs, that's for sure. You've got to be clinical against the best teams in the world. That's justice. Hang on a minute. I think there's a bit of a communication breakdown there. Archie's just left the ball. At least he's got the save, but see what, his teammates weren't quite ready for him to just abandon that one. Gentlemates still on the attack. Oski just going to get ball into the corner, but gee, they lost a lot of pressure just from that play there. Huge from Archie. I give him credit. He has come up clutch since that little mishap. They're still in defense. Double commit still coming through. Archie just going to let that ball hit the ground.
Oh, nice find as he gets it up to Oski with the half volley clear. Sometimes dangerous to clear the ball like that out of defense, but Gentlemates on that occasion were not ready for the interception on the sidewall, as they very often are, moving that defensive line all the way up into Oxyden's half. This is where Oxyden have to be super careful. This is where they have to be disciplined, get behind the ball, get goal side in all their challenges. As Joyo gets taken out of the game there by Juicy, and a bit of the ball bouncing over his head, it would seem. Oski's failed his wave dash recovery, but Joyo's still with this one. Archie's going to run ahead, in fact. Counter-attack time for Oxyden. And this time Joyo does stay disciplined in the 50. Does not give the dunk straight on target.
Yeah, he still lost it by an absolute mile, however, and still on defense. Gentlemates, as we said, they're stepping up, but Archie has boost. Somehow Itachi's recovered there, but Joyo with 100 gets the infield pass covered by 2 Gentlemates. But Archie, I've just complimented your shooting, brother. That was woeful. Counter-attack almost goes in. Joyo has to come up huge. Hang on a minute, we're still going. Oski, what can he do? No boost backboard. Easy as you like for the Gentlemates.
Okay, maybe not quite enough shooting training pack there from Archie, as he misses probably the easiest shot he's had all day. I mean, it was a little bit awkward, to be fair to him. He did need to get over the top of that one, and quickly, but he's got to be scoring that. The Gentlemates don't give many open nets, and when they do, you've got to take them. Still just that 1-goal lead, though, for Oxygen, as they get right back into this one. Somewhat of a panic situation there, though, as Archie picks it for Joyo, and then Oski jumps as well. It's double middle by Itachi. Juicy's up for it, uncontested. Gentlemate's not able to get the ball towards the goal or into that backboard in a useful position.
We need to give some credit to the EU crossbar. It has been phenomenal this weekend again. We showed the highlights last event, but that 4th man, that crossbar, has been nothing short of exceptional. Itachi, though. So they can't even get near it. They cannot get a fingernail on it. And Gentlemates tie this one up.
Oh, shooting packs. Itachi with the slot. That is perfection. And what a pass back as well by Juicy. Completely taking all of the power out of the attempted clear from Oski. He's trying to hit it back corner there. And that is where Gentlemates are the most dangerous, when they're just knocking the ball back to each other. Positions where the other team don't even see it coming. They don't even see the back pass, because they're able to hit the ball thinking, well, that surely this is at worst an even position. No, it's Gentlemates' favorite.
And that's the most disrespectful shot, I reckon, in Rocket League. When you shoot where the defender is, but you hit the post, so they just headbutt the wall. They've got nothing to do. They think they've got it covered. And then it bounces in off the bar. Fantastic from Itachi. We talk about making the most of your chances. He's done just that. Joyo takes it up. And there tries to get the dunk. Seiko backboard. Free touch. Going to control it with a reset. Takes it low. Oski is waiting in the wings, however, and he just gets cleared out of the way. Clear comes through. Joyo pre-jumping.
That's good recovery as well by Joyo. He's picking up small pads to stay with this one. Seiko is just too strong in defense. Too much of a brick wall. Itachi going the other way. We saw what he could do with little boost yesterday. Can't get the ball middle this time. It's Final 20 seconds of the game, but Seiko is just too strong with the 50-50s. He's walking through Oxygen, one player after another.
That guy's recently purchased a gym membership, I think. He is looking staunch. Joyo, what can he do? Real late double commit, saved out 5 seconds. Will we get overtime? Juicy gets demoed. Oski with the last attack for Oxygen in regulation. Cleared downfield. Does Dutchy want to keep it up? Does he want it down? He wants that ball on the ground.
It's been majority Gentlemates pressure in game 3 as they try to take control of the series. Trying to put themselves in front, but here comes Archie. Can he shoot on target this time? Well, yeah, you can, but it's straight at the goalie. It's a very safe shot there after his crossbar earlier. He's overcompensated.
It's just bottom the worst possible, or maybe the best if they're not expecting it. And,
placement.
well, they did force a save to come through. Juicy, no boost. This is awkward if he doesn't catch. How good's that? The wave dash on the ground just to secure it. And Tachi recognizing his teammate needs a little bit of help. 50 comes through for Seiko. Out wide now. Oski knows he has to get there in time. This midfield game's so crucial. Joyo able to catch it on that backboard.
Joyo's looking to carry it clear here. He's always got one extra touch, Joyo, that you don't expect. And luckily for Gentlemates, he doesn't have any boost here. Or he would be scary. Oski is. A double commit from Gentlemates is not a good one. Now it's Archie in the middle denied. Great recovery by Itachi.
Much better there from Gentlemates in defense. This overtime still right. Look at the 50-50s. This has just been the constant factor all series long. How good Gentlemates have been at these 50s. Everything seems like it's on net. Every challenge, every little 50-50 is Juicy with 100 boost. He's giving it up to Joyo. He's going to take it straight
he's
up.
He's
looking for
the
bump. Oxygen 2-1.
Well, Joyo made a name for himself with the flashiest plays in the world. And now he gets physical. One touch on target. And then the slam onto Itachi. You can't have seen that one coming.
It's credit for us. Spoke about it yesterday in that quarterfinal. They never drop their heads. You never feel like they tilt their way out of a series. They're always looking to adapt and just, you know, don't want to use that term, but figure out their opponent if you would. They're always happy to change their play style on the fly.
Yeah, I feel like Gentlemates just know eventually the other team's going to step down in level, which is something that just happened there. Juicy missed a backboard read by a mile, but luckily Oxygen... Well, luckily for Gentlemates, Oxygen couldn't get the shots off quickly enough. Yeah, are they relying on Oxygen falling off in level a little bit? Because it's Oxygen, one touch after another here. Oski resets, ceiling double, but not able to get the shots on target. Triple threat Oxygen very much underway in this game. Archie looking for the downward read. It's back to Oski though. Huge 50s. Again, getting work for Gentlemates in defense.
Yeah, they've done well to work it out, but already in that first 10-20 seconds there, a couple of whiffs coming through for Gentlemates. Reset for Joyo, just goes low on the 50, doesn't get the follow-up. Juicy is ready. Oski meaty, but there's Archie playing that deep third-man role. Happy to just let his teammates cook up front. Joyo's going to pre-jump. He was nowhere near it. Itachi recognizing it. Could be trouble now. Double commit comes through. Gentlemates can launch an attack from here through Seiko. Takes it up. Ceiling reset. It's going to go low again. He's done it every single time. Surely by now they're going to read it. Zachi with 0 boost. All he can do is grab that corner and help out the defense.
Yeah, Seiko keeping Oxygen guessing, as he has done in that play as well. But Joyo guesses correctly. Covers the backboard with very little boost. Oh, and Archie's lurked upfield here. That started into a great clear. Well, initially Oski looked like he might have dumped that one too short, but Archie being there actually turned it into a great pass, and that might have been intended by Oski, but the demo in the third has left an opening. Juicy and Seiko combined for the first goal of the game, but it was the third man being demoed. Seiko caught Joyo out of position, and it's 1-0.
That's just experience, changing it up on the fly as well. Rarely do you see Seiko just sitting upfield as that first man, but recognizing the situation. That corner was a free 50. All he needs to do was get rid of that last man. It's probably a weakness, Johnny, of Oxygen is there, I guess. You know, they're fluid structure that sometimes they can be exposed if they do leave that last guy on an island.
Yeah, they do like to do that. I mean, they like to play a very aggressive second man in every position, it would seem. And they're even, I think Joyo was coming into the play as there. He wanted to advance, and that's why he got caught out. You know, Oxygen playing for the aggressive option and not thinking enough about what could go wrong here. What are Gentlemates cooking up in defense to say, you know, are able to produce goals from positions that other teams just aren't expecting. You think you're in offense, you think they're the team making a play, and then suddenly the ball's in your net against this Gentlemates lineup.
You see Gentlemates employing a bit of the K-Corp strats there. The air dribble into the bump pass rather than the shot has been so effective over here in Europe and internationally. Midfield challenges come through. Again, it's trouble. Joyo's trying to find demos through on Itachi. He's going to collect the ball in the corner with the pop as well. Archie, double commit. Hang on a minute. Oski, what has he got? He's going low double. He's somehow Archie, who's got the double as well. And it is blocked out by Juicy. I like the play from Oxygen. The Gentlemates equal to them in net.
Yeah, it's a great idea there. The double center by Oski was fantastic. Just hit it a little bit too high for Archie to get an immediate shot on target. But no control of the pass coming. Oh, off the post. Itachi with a near post double tap. And you know, that's usually what you're expecting for those near post doubles. Is the angle shot. Yeah, tight angle from Itachi. It's a little bit too tight for him to fight.
Almost a chance coming through though as Joyo wins the touch. Juicy though just fires that one downfield. Can only find Oski. Look at the pre-jumps in midfield. Juicy's got one. He's got the reset underneath and, well, didn't quite work out. Seiko has to get back. Tachi rotates in behind. Oski wants in. Let's find the touch. Modern midfield game here. You can see this game is on a knife's edge. Here's a free.
Oh!
Misses. 1-1.
And it's again Joyo coming in from deep with boost, with momentum that catches Gentlemates off guard. And once more, his teammates doing work for him. That was the physical play by Oski, creating space for Joyo. Itachi had to slow down or he would have been demoed, and that was all Joyo needed to make the move.
Gone are the days where you can just 1v3, 1v2, even 1v1 your opponents. It requires all three, or at least two of your teammates, or one of your teammates, I guess you could say, in the attack to clear out the net, get those bumps, and even just force some positional mistakes. It was huge to the Oxygen. Set up Joyo's free double. The Gentlemates are pushing forward. It's a fantastic pass. Seiko was on it like a rocket, but can only find the corner.
Yeah, pre-flip there by Seiko. Joyo trying to slow this game down in the back corner here. Hitting Gentlemates with a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. And they've got to be disciplined here, Oxygen. They can't overextend. They can't get caught. You know, to stick to the game plan. They're bringing Joyo in again. Oh, he's just unstoppable as he finds Oski with a flip reset pass.
He sliced it and diced, and he's just picking them apart here. Seiko with a pre-jump, but the reset beats two, and it's perfect. Just over across to Oski, should I say. The finish, well, he had an open net to deal with. 37 seconds left. Oxygen might steal this one.
I mean, what a pass by Joyo. No doubt, they're all thinking he's going to shoot this one. He's going to try and go through all of us for the net. But no, he sees Oski turning, and he perfectly drops it into position for him. Here comes Joyo again. He's probably going to find a teammate off the back of this, no doubt. But they don't need this anymore. They just need to be careful not to leave it open at the other end. That was briefly a bit dangerous, but Archie's done well.
Just what these top players do. 8 seconds, what can we do here? If your Gentlemates have to find an equaliser, they could go 3-1 down here in the series. Joyo keeping it in. Oxygen looking for the ground here. Archie just floating. He still has boost. Seiko can keep it up. Has a touchy waiting as well. He's going to have to catch this on the backboard. Does so. This ball is not in a great spot for Gentlemates. Ball hits the ground. Oxygen. Fixate on him, and then you lose Oski. Where's Oski on his boost, then his back post, and they forget about the passing option. They're so worried about the threat that Joyo could pull out a 1v2 or a 1v3 solo play. I'm fully with you. The creativity that he's added to this Oxygen lineup is the reason why they're in this position now. 3-1, timeout called, 2 minutes gone. You can see too much talking coming out from Seiko. He was sitting there listening wisely to words of the coach as the shot comes on. This could be the perfect
Oh my goodness!
Has just been stomped down the other end.
What shot by Archie. Little crossbar pinch, clear shot there, all in one. Just wanted to remind us there's more to this team than Joyo. It's a full team effort, and it certainly has been. Again, for me, the highlight has to be the amazing thing about this Oxygen lineup. It doesn't seem like a bad first touch is really possible, especially for Joyo. Any first touch is a ball he could work with. As he, you know, sometimes chips it left, right, up, high in front of him, low. It doesn't seem to matter. He can work with it, but he's in a bit of trouble here. Archie, composure as he walks the ball clear into the defensive 50-50.
Goodness me. That was something. And Joyo's in big trouble. Archie goes, I'll bail you out. Don't worry about that one. Oxygen almost giving up a freebie there as Archie's still on the ball. Double commit. Not sure if that was necessary for Oski, but they are still on the attack here. Oxygen. see, as we said, what this timeout does for Gentlemates. If they can change it up, I'd love to see some more aggression. The demo's coming through. Maybe take a leaf out of what Oxygen was producing. That first goal, the only goal Gentlemates were able to bring out was through that demo. Seiko getting to work. That's a fantastic touch. There's no one back post. Oski just trying to flop in front of the ball and keep it out of net.
You know, I think Oxygen here, after Archie's earlier efforts, they've got to be thinking, right, let's just get the ball back to Archie right next to our crossbar, and he'll send it the entire length of the pitch with a huge crack. He's really done something brilliant there. Can Joyo replicate? Oh, it's off the crossbar at the other end. Oxygen picking it up at the far post and looking to get it back into the middle. This is, you know, where they've done most of their good work today.
Yeah, they're just looking slow right now.
Oh,
goodness! He can't find the angle. Oski wants in it. Yeah, 2 cracks at it. Seiko downfield with 0 boost. Does Joyo know? Well, Joyo's just going to go. Shot on. Blocked out. Archie has to go again. They're in big trouble here, Oxygen. If Gentlemates can keep it in. The bumps are coming through. Itachi tried something crazy. He does find Juicy on that back post with Seiko inbound as well, but Gentlemates still unable to crack through. They're going for these unorthodox plays. They're sitting on the opponent's crossbar. They can't find that first goal.
Yeah, not many cracks in Gentlemates defense, but I'm pretty sure I heard one this game. So there's probably something somewhere for Oxygen to work with. And it's not there. It's Juicy offloads to Seiko in the middle. This is dangerous now. Itachi doesn't have a lot of boost, but he doesn't need a lot of boost to outplay his opponents. Oxygen just biding their time for now, waiting patiently for the opportunity to present itself.
Man, they're looking deadly. Here we go again. And Dot's coming in. I thought it was going to be an easier save than that. Oxy trying to find Archie. They're keeping the pressure on here, Oxygen. They get the pop in as Joyo just tries to doink it over. It gets to Oski, who goes ceiling. What can he do? He's got to reset.
Oh!
He goes low on everyone. First goal to Oxygen here in Game 5.
It's Oski from that deep position with the ceiling double, flip reset fake, and the finish. This team is terrifying. Even when you don't have Joyo sitting deep with full boost, waiting for the ball to spill loose, it could be Oski, and that's every bit as difficult to defend against. 1 minute and 45 to go. Oxygen looking to eliminate Gentlemates in the semis.
They're just waiting, aren't they, in offense? They're just lurking, ready for that touch. You could see Oski, third man, but he was right up front on net, waiting for that free touch, 100 boost, and then he gets to work. Does so very well, 90 seconds. Gentlemates, what do you have in the locker here off that timeout? Is the timeout buff real? We're about to find out. Oski keeping it in, stealing boost again. There could be another free shot coming in. Archie's going to take it up first time. Where's Joyo? He's going to fire it low, but again, Juicy just plants himself in front of the ball.
I like that from Oski as well, just letting the ball go sideways, thinking, okay, it's a bit risky here if I try and keep this one on target. I'm not going to play it into the obvious dunk. Let's just keep the ball in the Gentlemates half, keep recovering, and buying time for his teammates to get behind him.
You can see now they've gone into conservation mode here. Oxygen, but Archie's been dusted. Juicy's got the double!
Oh!
Saved somehow by Oski. I don't know how on earth he's got that out of net. It was the perfect shot, the perfect chance. 45 seconds left. Gentlemates, can they produce another one of those?
And that was a crazy save by Oski. He's come through huge for his team at both ends of the pitch. Archie has to clear this off his own post. Oski's there to save him. Gentlemates have always missed the open net. What on earth has just happened?
If they can come back now, Gentlemates, they've got to go, throw everything at it. Oxygen, they might be capitulating before our eyes, but they're still in the lead. 20 seconds left. Gentlemates, get going. Grab the boost. Get it down the other end. Joyo just wants to sit last man. Itachi has boost. All he can do is pop it up, and he can't find Juicy. It's
Surely,
it's gonna be Oxygen. Through to the grand finals.
And a huge play by Oski, just leaving the ball because he no doubt would have missed this if he tried to steal it. So he just drives the other way. 2-0, 7 seconds on the clock. Gentlemates need a kickoff goal.
They have to go. Surely it's over. I mean, there's no way anything can happen here. It's Seiko taking it up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That is gonna be it. They'll find one. Maybe no. They can't even get a consolation prize. GG's in chat. Oxygen in style.
Wow.
All wanting the major